Okay, everybody, welcome back to my channel. This little project I'm going to start today. Hopefully it's only going to take a couple days to finish this thing, but this is a very old N-scale pond that I made years ago for one of my train layouts, and I took that layout down. Never really did anything with it. It was kind of nice to just throw away. It's a resin kit. Most people are familiar with those. Real shallow. So I wanted to do something with it. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it for N scale. So what I'm going to do is actually create a diorama for 3 3/4 scale figures by using this pond and taking off all the N scale stuff. You can still see there's some figures on there, boat, docks, whatever. So I'm still going to use the resin. Not sure if I'm going to keep it blue or possibly put some more resin in and paint it green. But we're going to create some type of end of the world Armageddon type of diorama for some figures that somebody wanted. So hopefully I can repurpose this without totally destroying it, saving the N scale stuff that I want, and making something new out of it. So stay tuned. Okay, so step one is done. I've removed all the N scale figures as much as I could salvage. Actually popped off fairly easy. I thought they would be stuck in the resin as hard as the rocks and the grass were. But so step one done. Stay tuned for step two. Okay, so here's the next update. Moving right along. I've thrown in a couple pictures there just to keep you showing what I'm doing step by step as best I could. But I made the backboard. Just took a picture off of Google. I just wanted a simple, probably like 3 3/4 scale brick. Just something I could make it look like the pipe was going into the wall. Sludge was coming out of the pipe. This is not attached yet. You can see how I hot glued the, just kept making layers and layers of hot glue to make it look like sludge. And I'm gonna paint that neon green, okay, to match the pool. So the pool I painted neon green. I'm gonna put another layer of resin on top of that. I just put some bricks and some scatter in there just to look like it was coming off the wall or the building or whatever it was next to. Just kind of threw that in there. I cut the foam around the edges, as you can see. Kind of beveled that with the hot iron. And this back wall is detachable, so I could take it off if you don't want it there, if you just want to stand by itself. But I wanted to have something in the background. Every time somebody takes pictures of dioramas, you see the wall or nothing behind there, and I don't know, it just doesn't look right to me when I do a diorama. So put the back wall there, and hopefully this will look good for I don't know, maybe a superhero scene or Marvel or something like that. Batman scene, I don't know, something with toxic sludge coming out of the wall. Could be a futuristic, maybe a wargamer thing. I don't know. I don't do wargaming, but maybe it'll work for them. So that's what it'll look like when it's done. I'm waiting for some plaster mold so I can do the edges of this. Throw in some scatter there as well. Paint it all up, and then like I said, another coat of clear coat resin on top of that. Painted it neon green again on the water, or sludge coming out, sorry, and then hopefully it'll come together. I don't know, this is my first time ever doing this. Like I said, that was the N scale pond that I had, little lake that I had that I was never really using, so at least it did something, made a purpose, and I don't know, maybe somebody will want this to display a couple figures on it, so stay tuned for the next. All right, so I just finished pouring the resin. This was a 2-part resin kit. I think I got this at Michael's. I thought it was going to do the trick. I hope it does. Like I said, I just finished pouring this, and it actually worked better than the last one I had. The last one had a lot of bubbles coming up through it, where I had to use a hairdryer for about an hour. This one doesn't look like too many air bubbles are popping through, and actually just breathing on it, hot breath, usually raises the bubbles and takes care of that. So we'll let you know, but again, this is just setting right now. It takes a good 24 to 48 hours before it's totally cured, and then we'll do the edges and hopefully be done. Okay, the resin is all dry. It's been over 24 hours. All the scatter material is in place, not moving, and last thing to do is just paint the base and put some flock on the top. I think we'll be done. Okay, so here's the finished product. As you can tell, the resin took very well. No bubbles, very glossy, very hard. It's been over 48 hours now, so it's pretty well set. Made two backers board. I put these on foam core. Can be removed, flipped, set back in. So if you don't like the brick on the one, you could set some figures up in front of that and take a picture. But all in all, I think it turned out pretty well. If you have any questions on what I used or how I did it, let me know. I liked it so much, I was having fun. I made a second one without resin, obviously, but just a smaller board. Kind of a post-apocalyptic background, zombie look, and I made this removable, so if the person doesn't want that on there, they could just do a street scene. Again, I made the backer board, made the backer board reversible, so put two different scenes on there. And yeah, just a fun, I'd say probably 3-4 day project after all said and done, and painted and dried and glued. So thanks for watching.